What's up, everybody? Noah Hiles here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Pirates beat the Yankees 4-3 in a spring training action on Sunday at Steinbrenner Field. As always, I've got three takeaways, not only today, I guess, from the game, but from just the day as a whole. We're actually going to start with what took place before the game. During the pregame talk we had with Derek Shelton, a lot of good stuff was discussed. You can read about the main takeaways I had from that talk at Post-Gazette.com, but the main headline there revolves around the closer for this team. David Bednar is the guy that everyone thinks has that role, right? Well, Derek Shelton, for the second time this spring and for the first time with Pittsburgh media, said that he is not the team's closer as of now. He said the team does not have a closer. Very interesting comments coming from a manager who has time and time again stuck by Bednar's side. He's defended him all of last year, spoke highly of him throughout the offseason, said he's encouraged with what he's seen from him in the early days of spring training, and wasn't too discouraged by his overall body of work throughout spring training this year. But when I asked him who's the closer for this team, if they have a closer, he said they're still figuring that out right now, which means, with 11 days, I believe, until opening day, that's a storyline. I don't know if it's just something where they're waiting until opening day to formally announce it. Maybe they go into the season with no closer, but in a bullpen which is relatively healthy right now and has a lot of guys performing very well throughout all of spring, that's going to have its ripple effect. I still expect Bednar to make the team, but if he's not the closer, then maybe they're going to go matchup based, and that means some guys are going to have possibly a better chance to make the team than they would have had other roles been assumed following Bednar being the closer. Something to keep an eye on for sure here. Maybe it's just a formality thing and he's not saying that Bednar's the closer until we get to opening day or the opening day roster's decided, and this is all just something for me to talk about on this YouTube channel. But for now, I think it's worth noting that he was asked earlier in spring training on Foul Territory, a national podcast, and he said that he wasn't ready to deem Bednar the team's closer. And I asked him again today, said still no closer for this team just yet. So he's looking to see something from David Bednar that he has yet to show this spring. So let's get into the game. Two quick takeaways I had from this one. First one revolves around Henry Davis. Not from the bat, didn't have a great day at the plate today, but defensively looked really good. Threw out a base stealer and then made a really nice play on a bunt in front of home plate by Jazz Chisholm, threw out the speedy Yankees utility man at first base. And that's, I think, going to be the difference maker for Henry Davis and why I believe he's going to make this team as the second catcher. A position battle that Derek Shelton talked about before the game as maybe the most tight battle that he and his staff are going to have to really lock in on in these last 10 days of spring training. Davis's defense is going to be a separator, I think. The bat has looked good, but so is Endy Rodriguez's bat. They're going to need defensive support behind the plate. Bart is a bat-first catcher, and I think that's why Henry makes this team right now. Endy missed out on a whole year of playing catcher at either AAA or in the major leagues because he was out for the season last year with elbow surgery. And while Jason DeLay is probably the best defensive catcher in the org, the bat isn't just on the same level as the other guys, where Davis right now is playing like the most complete catcher of the bunch. Bart is playing the best overall just because he's hitting the ball so well and he has the reliable big league bat. That's why he's the starter. But when you're looking at the other three competing for that second spot, I think Davis is the favorite because of his overall complete, well-rounded game that he's shown in spring training, and the defense was the focal point of that today. Third takeaway I have from today is the lefties in this bullpen. Another tough decision coming up for Derek Shelton because you've got four guys right now who are all throwing the ball really well from the left side. The obvious ones that we've talked about all camp, Tim Meza and Caleb Ferguson. These are big league free agent signings that they brought in over the offseason. They brought back Ryan Barucki, who we've also talked about a lot this camp, who's had a really good spring training, only allowed one earned run through, I believe, 7 outings so far. But another guy that hasn't got a ton of shine is Joey Wentz, someone who I still think has a decent shot to compete for this opening day roster. He's already on the 40-man. He pitched well after the Pirates acquired him from the Tigers late last season. And he looked good today. 2 scoreless innings of relief. He did load the bases, but pitched his way out of the jam. So you've got 4 left-handed arms. I don't think they're going to take any more than 3 in this bullpen, especially considering that they have 2 left-handed starters in their rotation. That's a lot of left-handed arms for a 13-man, pitching group. So I don't know who they take, because some guys are already on the 40-man, some guys you'd have to make corresponding moves with. But right now, they have 4 solid options when you're looking at left-handed relievers right now. So those are my big takeaways today. No closer to be named as of now. Henry Davis showing a very well-rounded game up to this point in spring training, and the lefty pitching depth is looking really solid throughout spring training. 2 games tomorrow on St. Patrick's Day. Pirates hit the road to Clearwater to play, or not Clearwater, Lakeland, I should say, to play the Tigers. Bailey Falter on the mound there. That'll be his first start for the Pirates in Grapefruit League action since March 3rd. And the last time he pitched was here against the Yankees. He's had some soreness, but he'll be back out on the mound. And then Paul Skeens starts for the Pirates against the Twins at Lecom Monday as well. You can watch that game on Sportsnet Pittsburgh and listen on KDKA Radio on the AM or FM side. I'm Noah Hiles. You can check out all of my work at post-gazette.com and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. At PG Pirates. We'll have a whole bunch of more coverage for you there and on the site for the rest of spring training and throughout the regular season.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.